What is up, you guys? It is your boy, Brenton Biggers here. I know it's pretty dark in here, and you might even barely see my face, but, well, yeah. But what is up, you guys? It's your boy, Brenton Biggers here, and welcome to another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the Sam Howell trade, because at first I was, I'm looking at the Desmond Ridder trade, and I'm like, bro, I don't really care about this Ridder trade, really. And now I'm kind of reconsidering maybe looking at having a little deep dive into it, because now I'm reacting to a thing that's kind of, I think, like that, but I don't know if it's from a draft capital, but we'll talk about that later. But the Sam Howell trade, if I have one word to describe this trade, it is concern. The one that would be the one word I would describe this trade would be concern. Now, let me tell you what the trade was. Now, you're probably thinking right away, oh, it's probably just like a 5th or 6th or 7th round pick, something like that, right? No, it's not. Now, let's get into it. So we're getting Sam Howell, a 4th and a 6th this year, right? Right. And then they're getting a 3rd round pick and a 5th round pick in return. So essentially what we're doing is trading down a round with both our 3rd and 5th round picks. That is essentially what happened there. I don't hate this trade. Do I absolutely love this trade? No, I still don't like it. Actually, no, never mind. Let me scratch that. I do hate this trade. Do I completely despise it? I disagree with that one. Who knows? Like, again, this guy is a bit of a question mark, honestly. He only had, one season and a game to prove himself? Well, actually, I guess around, a season sample-wise. So, and they're also mentioning, now, obviously, if you look at stats last year, he had the most interceptions thrown. He had actually the same amount of interceptions, and he threw touchdowns, which were 21. Not bad. He had an okay season. And there's something I want to mention with this trade specifically, is that he had one of the worst O-lines as well. He got sacked 65 times with that O-line. Now he's coming here, lording behind Geno Smith for probably a couple years, obviously. But then you're also getting a potential franchise QB of the future. Now, do I think he's a franchise QB of the future? He could be. I really do think he could. If we really could honestly develop Geno Smith as he did in a year, imagine what we could probably do with Sam Howell in 2 years. Just pointing that out there. I'm honestly really looking forward to seeing Sam Howell. Obviously, I do really am a little concerned with this trade because the factor of how much draft capital we gave up just to move up here and get Sam Howell, Sam Howell is, like I said, he's a decent quarterback. But before we get into it, let me talk about Sam Howell. So, coming out of North Carolina, he was expected to be one of the best draft quarterbacks heading into the draft. But then he had a very disappointing 2021 season, I think. 2021 season. And that really significantly dropped his boost in terms of the draft. Actually made him fall all the way to the 5th round where the Commanders picked him. But here's the thing that I want to mention. It's that junior year is something that I want to talk about. Is that was a very good year. So that's something just to mention. This guy can clearly be a quarterback that a lot of people had a lot of high expectation on, but nobody really giving absolute crap. That's something I'm very surprised with. Now, obviously, has the 2022 draft class actually been working out in quarterbacks? No, it hasn't. Matter of fact, I think there's only one quarterback right now who is working out, and that's the last pick in the draft in Brock Purdy. So I just want to mention that. Kenny Pickett is benched for Russell Wilson, and God knows if he is going to be the starting quarterback in the future. Desmond Ridder just got traded. Malik Willis is now, I think, a backup at this point. And, is that about it? I guess so. And then Sam Howell's also just gotten traded. So, like, you kind of get the purpose here, right? This class has not been good at all in terms of quarterbacks. At all. But here's the thing. Sam Howell had a lot of ceiling before the 2021 season. And I just want to mention that. And then you have the Commanders season. Now, like, again, I don't think he had a terrible year. Yes, he had the most interceptions. But, like, here's the thing. He got sacked the most times, right? Right? I'm pretty sure Curtis Samuel was getting hurt. Brian Robertson were getting hurt. And I'm pretty sure Jahan Dotson even got hurt. Right? So you have that to point out. You know what's another thing you could point out? Is that this guy eventually had the most passing yards in the NFL by a quarterback this season. Something to mention. I just want to mention this because of the factor that this is very important. If what we need, I feel like at quarterback, is a guy who could just get to the ball to the receivers. This guy could kind of be like that. He got in a 66 completion percentage. I feel like that's what he is. So, yeah. I don't hate the trade. Well, I mean, I do hate the trade, but, I don't entirely hate it. I guess dislike? I don't know. I don't even know anymore what word I could describe that with. Do I hate the trade? Do I despise the trade? What do I don't know how to describe it. But this trade, I give personally a D. The reason why I'm giving this trade a D is because if this guy turns out to be an amazing franchise quarterback or one of the best backups in the league, I'll shut my mouth on it. Okay? But the thing I also want to mention with this D instead of an F or something like that is because he is a very good backup. Now, would I rather just had us pay Drew Lock? Yes. But there is something I wanted to mention. Backups are more important than a lot of people think. I mean, look at this season, for example. You had Kirk Cousins out for the year. Anthony Richardson out for the year. Joe Burrow out for the year. Justin Herbert out for the year. You had all these quarterbacks just getting out. Vikings still play pretty good until the end of the season. Bengals play good until the end of the season. The Colts almost made it to the postseason with a backup quarterback. The Browns made it with a backup quarterback. Well, kind of they had no choice, but, just saying. The 49ers, they made it to the NFC Championship game with a third-string quarterback. Even if it's Brock Purdy, but you get the point. Backups, I think, are way, way more important than I think a lot of people think. So there is two things of why you could say this trade could be worth it. But here comes the bad side of this trade, and I want to talk about specifically. One is that he threw the most interceptions. That is an issue. And that needs to be addressed. Even if he does have more time to sit and not actually have to worry about, what to do on this team unless he's a backup or unless he's starting due to an injury or something. But the other thing I want to worry about is just the fact we're trading a third and a fifth for a fourth and a sixth and a hit. Not because I absolutely hate this Sam Howell. This does not help us now. That's that's the issue. I want this team to be prepared for the postseason by at least next season. I want this team to just be a playoff team and a Super Bowl team away from having a franchise QB. This does not help that matter. Because Seahawks have a ton of needs right now. Like, they have a need at a maybe backup running back. They have a need on the interior offensive line. They have a need pretty much anywhere on the defensive line. Edge rushers, linebacker, actually everywhere pretty much on the front seven. Everywhere. And they have need at safety. So let's list all the positions. Hey, left end interior, D tackle or nose tackle, edge rushers, which are two. I guess maybe one edge rusher is what we really need because I like Mafe and Mate. We need two new linebackers because Jordan Brooks and Bobby Wagner are both gone, and we could use another safety. And let's also include the interior needs. We need guards, so there's two, and then you have a backup running back. Those are 9 players that we need. And Sam Howell does not fill any of those needs. That's like another issue. And, we could have used those draft picks for something like that, But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment down below what you think of this trade. But anyway, peace.